There we go. Hello. I forgot to turn on my microphone. Hi. How are we all doing today? But I go away for a week and I forget how to work my devices. No, I had to unplug a bunch of my stuff from my PC because we upgraded the graphics card ever so slightly. So all of my stuff was unplugged and I forgot to turn a bunch of it back on because I had the same struggle with my webcam like 10 minutes ago. But we're here. It's all good. Hello! I have missed streaming. It's been over a week. I said I was gonna do a bonus one like earlier this week, and then I did not do that. Hold on. There we go. The pop filter for my microphone is just refusing to stay in place. Hello, welcome. Welcome to stream. Give me a second while I sort out my tech, because it's being difficult again. This isn't even like on computer tech. This is like my in-person stuff being annoying. Because my clamp for my pop cover is not working. Or my pop filter, rather. There we go. There. Okay, that's better. Hello. It's time to art. It is time to art. I know I'm doing Sketchbook catch-up today, which, spoiler alert, is also going to be what I'm doing on Sunday because I'm behind. But it's been a while since I've sat down and done like a good sketchbook session, but I did like a little bit over the weekend and I'm like genuinely excited to be back at it, which is good. It's how I know that the art block is like kind of starting to subside is when I feel like actually excited about making art for myself again. So that's a good sign. I don't like to push too hard when I get art blocked, because I feel like that's the fastest way to bring yourself out further. Typically, if I feel art block coming on, I take it easy, draw when I want to, but otherwise, like, I let myself do other activities and just, like, kind of wait until the time comes when I feel inspired to draw again. And, you know, so far with my experience, that's been a pretty decent tactic. I used to, like, try and push myself to, like, find a solution right away, but honestly, I think that can make things worse sometimes, so typically I wait a while until I start, like, feeling sort of inspired to draw again, until I start, like, actually chipping away at what remains of the art block, so I think I've had art block my entire life. Real. I feel you. I don't know, sometimes it's just hard to sit down and draw. But, I don't know. Hopefully this will help be some inspiration. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let me show you where we're at, because like I said, we're behind. Oh no. What's it doing? Guys, I don't know if the graphics card helped. That was like a huge freak out from OBS. It's alright. It's fine. We're good. Okay, sketchbook. I have like no idea where my cam's at. I feel like I've been like off for like a week and I've lost all of my ability to remember how I do this, but it's fine. We're good. It's fine. It's all okay. Okay. All right, we're all set up. So, where am I? Oh yeah, I finished this page kinda. I might add more stickers to it, but for now, it's like finished. I think I want like a little bit more stuff, and I have like a fall sticker pack that I think I'm gonna put down, but otherwise, that's done. I finished that like last week. This one needs stickers, but I just put down some of the drawings I did from that like Pokemon design stream, and filled in the blank space with just some character doodles. That's done. And then the next page is the one that I'm like actually starting to feel really excited about, right? So, I did a Michael's run. I was out visiting some family and we had like a down day, so we went to Michael's, and despite telling myself that I would not be buying more scrapbooking paper, I bought more scrapbooking paper. In my defense, it was on sale for $6 and it was really pretty. So that's this. That's like the background here. And then I also bought, they're with me now. I also bought a pack of colored Sharpies. I've been really into doing my line art with Sharpie lately. I feel like it's like a curve, right? Like when you first start doing art, like all the cheap stuff like appeals to you because obviously you don't want to spend too much money on your supplies. And then as you get going with art, like the more expensive supply starts to kind of appeal to you. Like I want to mess around with the Copics, I want to get like the fancy microns for line art and all of that. And then I feel like it kind of just curves back down until, you know, all of the cheap stuff is super appealing to you again. And I feel like that is what has happened to me. Let me reset my focus on my camera. It's a little bit blurry. There we go. And I don't know, I've just been really into using Sharpies for line art lately. So I got like a sweet Michael's 40% off coupon, got myself a big old pack of colored Sharpies, and I did some line work. I did Halloween costumes for my characters just for fun. Most of them are character references because I felt like I was in that kind of mood. I felt like dressing them up like characters. I feel like typically when I do character costumes, I feel like I have to make them like, oh, like recognizable, just like Halloween monsters. So this time around I didn't. I gave them like costumes from actual like media that I enjoy just for fun. That's Alistair. This was like the main inspiration for it. I just felt like drawing Alistair in a Sailor Moon outfit, and the rest of it kind of came together from there. That's all I have to note. I just like it. I just think it's neat. It's fun character stuff. They're all like references and characters, so I won't spend too much time here because that page I think is mostly appealing to just like me and my sensibilities, but I think it's fun, so that's what's important. And then I have like a couple other things that I want to do on this side. I've had some ideas since. I also have like a couple of flowers that I just want to Mod Podge in here. I've had them like dried for like over a month, and I've been like, oh, I'm gonna put them in my sketchbook at some point because I love putting dried flowers in my sketchbook, and then I just haven't. So we're gonna get to that. I have one drawing that I like want to cut out for that page that I also did with the Sharpies, and then I have one other drawing that I want to do. That's a list of colors I needed for a cookie decoration, but this is not my character. This is a YouTube character. If anyone like follows Ginger Ninja OWO on YouTube, you will know this character. And I snatched it because I really like their characters. And it felt like a good character to draw with the Sharpies, but I accidentally drew her with 2 braids instead of 1. So we're just gonna like cut this one off the side there. So let me get this out of the sketchbook. So yeah, that's like kind of the catch up on what I've been up to this past week. I'll show you a few things from my more like note-takey sketchbook as well that I've been up to, because that's like kind of where the inspiration. Does this go over the perforation? Oh, it so does. I should not do that. Should just rip the page out like this. Okay, there we go. Good, saved it. I just about like ripped off half of the skirt. I'll cut this out. Hold on. I'm gonna cut it pretty close to the lines, I think, so I can make the fact that I'm like cutting off the second braid that I did by accident, I can make that look normal. Yeah, but then I was also doing like a little bit of doodling in class on Friday last week. And like most of it, like oh no, I'm supposed to not be cutting that out. Most of it I wasn't like really feeling it. I was like having trouble with my faces and all of that. But like I was bored. I didn't want to take notes because there wasn't a whole lot to take notes on, so I kind of was just doodling. And then finally I came along to like an idea that I really liked. So you guys know, like I've got my magical boy story that I'm always working on. and is like gonna probably just be perpetually in like concept phase for until I finish my degree, honestly. I gotta be real about that. But I was thinking, like, I've got like a cool like final like finale transformation outfit for Alistair. Why don't I do one for Mercury? Because she's like my other main character. They kind of like share the title. And she's like important enough to where like I would want to do something like that for her. And so, I don't know, I was thinking about it, and I was like, so Alistair's final transformation outfit is like a more like armored down, I guess, version of like what his normal transformation outfit is. I say armored down like any of them have armor, but, well, some of them have like little bits of it, but he doesn't have armor. But it's a more like kind of like plain clothes kind of design as I see it. I need to work on it more because I don't think it's very good anymore. But anyway, I took that and I said, why don't we do like the opposite for Mercury's design? Why don't we like armor up her design? Because her design is like, it's very magical girly. There's not a lot of like armor or like genuine protection going on there. I don't think I remembered to bring my glue tape. Oopsies. It's okay. I'm just gonna tape it down like I always do when I'm like blocking stuff out. I kind of like that down there. But yeah, so I was thinking, why don't we do like a more like armored up version of Mercury? And I ended up with this like super cool, like kind of like almost Valkyrie-y vibes design that I want to draw more because it looks really cool. So let me just like stick this down and I'll show you what I've got for that, because I think that's like what I kind of want to draw this evening. I'm not doing a super long stream because it's a Friday night and I want to go do other things, but I did want to take a little bit of time and sit down and do this because, yeah, it's been a while. I say it's been a while. It's been like a week, but I've missed streaming, so I'd like to do a little bit before I like sit down for the weekend. And I think I'm gonna have time to like Sketchbook Catchup on Sunday as well. I think my big thing that I've learned with doing the Sketchbook Catchup as well is that I can't rush myself. Like, I have to like still work on it at like a relatively slow pace, otherwise like the art block will just come back, you know? I like that like right there. And then the rest of this space is what we're gonna fill today. I'm gonna move my camera back a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna draw right in the book today, I think. It's like flat enough that I can do that. Okay, so I've got this. That's all like my assignment. I have a ton of stuff for school assignments in here, like amidst my other drawings, so just bear with me while I try and find this. Here, it's this page. I did this! And there's text on the other side. I was working on a presentation. This is like my note-taking sketchbook, so it's kind of messy. But I got this done, and I really like it. I think it's a really cool basis for a design. So I want to work on it more. And that's what we're doing today. I want to do a big character sketch across this page. So let's zoom us back out. Okay. That's like a decent camera angle. You can see what I'm doing from there. That's always like my biggest worry, is that I'm gonna have my sketchbook somewhere and then you're just like not gonna be able to tell what I'm actually doing. Alright, let's draw this and actually make it look like Mercury, because I don't think it looks like Mercury very much in the sketchbook page. Okay. Something about sketchbooks looks so cool. I know, I love looking at sketchbooks, like, I don't know, I like seeing everyone's, like, different approaches to it, and I don't know. I've come to love, like, messy sketchbooks as much as I love, like, the super fine, like, super polished, like, more art book than sketchbook kind of book. Which I guess is kind of why I have one of each. It's why I have, like, the note-taking sketchbook, and then my fancy one that I do all my, like, super polished stuff in. Well, quote-unquote super polished. Some of the stuff in this book is still a mess, but... I feel like I have already drawn her head a little big. I need to practice proportions again. My proportions have been off lately and it's been bugging me. That'll be for another stream, though. I think next week's bonus stream is going to be another classwork stream, because I have another, like, fun illustration project to do. I've got to do a poster design, and I'm making, like, a band poster, because, yeah. I mean, I have... All of the projects in this one class have just been like, oh, we're encouraged to do original characters and, like, story concepts? Alright, I'm just gonna do a ton of world building for my story. And I have, like, an in-universe band in my comic. One of my characters is in a band, so I'm like, why not just make a poster for that? So I'm excited about this project. It's just gonna be, like, character drawing for the first part of it, at least, so that part's gonna get streamed, like, next week. Probably on Wednesday or Thursday again, and then... yeah. I don't know. The bonus streams have, like, ceased to follow a schedule. I do them when I have time for them. Which I guess is what, like, the bonus stream is supposed to be, right? I don't know what I'm doing for posing here. I'm kind of just, like, going for it and seeing how it turns out. Which I think is alright. I'm fine with doing poses like that. I honestly think I need to do posing like this more, because I don't do fun posing enough, and sometimes I think it's because I'm scared of, like, just making a pose that looks real weird. But erasers are your friends. How'd that, like, sit? I don't know, this is also why I need to do more pose practice reference. Being able to draw your hobby for schoolwork just isn't fair. I know. I feel like I'm cheating doing it. And this is, like, the first time I've been in, like, an art class for school where they're like, yeah, draw OCs, like, we welcome it. In fact, you're encouraged to. And that's something about that just, like, feels so fun to me. And, like, this class isn't school, this is just, like, hobby time. I mean, I never fail to still get stressed about my projects for that class, but, you know, it helps. I don't know. I don't like how the legs are sitting in that. I'm gonna shake the camera for a second as I try and erase this. Sorry. I need to fix my setup. I'm gonna clamp my camera somewhere else at some point and hope that that helps, because my desk isn't super stable, which is why the whole thing is shaking. So I'm just gonna try mounting it somewhere else at some point and seeing how that goes. I don't know, this stream setup is just like an eternal work in progress, I think. Someday, I'll have it, like, streamlined to where I'm happy with it. But today is not that day. I think it'd make more sense if this leg was, like, up and in front. I'm focusing in on this, but I think I'm gonna cover this part up, because I'm gonna do multiple doodles of this design. Because I'm actually in a bit of a character design mood. Go figure, like, the thing that I'm supposed to do for a living. Ugh. I don't want this other leg back, though, because then I feel like it just looks like she's running, and she's not. So I just do, like, less of a bend like that, so... No, it still looks like a running pose, and I... Maybe I just, like, surrender myself to the idea that that's gonna be covered up and I stop worrying about it, yeah? And I can have the arm, like, back. Oh, that is off the camera. You can't see that. There we go. Ugh, my foreshortening is off. Everything is off. This is genuinely how it feels like coming back to doing like this kind of stuff after a while of not doing it. I'm like, everything feels wrong. I've lost my ability to draw, which isn't true. I'm just not warmed up, but... Okay, neither of those arm poses actually, like, feel natural. I think that's why it's bugging me. Okay, we'll put this one down at her side a little bit more. I feel like I need to start, like, doing just, like, some doodling before stream to, like, actually get myself warmed up. Because this is, like, a common issue that I have where I'm, like, nothing feels, like, good until I'm, like, half hour into the stream or something like that. Like, it's just rough. So I could probably save myself a little bit of a headache, but... yeah, I don't know. Considerations for next time. I don't love this pose, but I don't want to redo it either, so... I'll put the sword in this hand so I can kind of cover some of the leg stuff. Now I feel like I can't see what's going on. The return to the sketchbook is always paved with much complaint. It's impossible for it not to be, it feels. Okay, do the little bird sword. Still my favorite weapon I've ever designed. That hasn't changed. It's just such, like, a fun, like, over-the-top video game aesthetic-y sword. I love it a lot. And it's like a Buster Sword style, which is also my favorite. It was originally supposed to be like a saber, but like, you know, like there are two types of them. There's like a fencing saber, and then there's like the other like just sword one. It was supposed to be the just like sword type of saber. And then I decided no, and I just made it huge. Because massive weapons are fun to draw. My hair is in my face. I feel like my lines are way too dark. I cannot see what I'm doing here. Oops. I'm not gonna make things any better by, like, continuing to darken my lines on top. Okay, there we go. It definitely looks like a running pose, but I am just gonna allow it. It is what it is now. Okay, let's actually make it look like Mercury. Means I need to round her face off a lot more than I did in my drawing. I really need to do practice on that too. I have these conversations every stream where I'm like, I need to practice that, and I need to practice that. And then guess what? The practice never happens. Come December, I'll do a lot of like drills and stuff for myself. It's just because I'm in school right now, so I don't really have time to do like the practice I want to do for my personal work. It's all school assignments, baby. Sorry, I'm just moving my VTube camera around so I can actually see my face. There we go. And now you can see what I'm doing a little bit better too. Good stuff. And my camera's not in my face, so I can also see what I'm doing better. Sometimes it really does just take the setup adjustment. I don't know how I feel about this pose. Can you tell us about Mercury, or just me if I'm the only one who doesn't know? Gladly. I don't talk about my OCs enough on here. I kind of just say names about them and, like, assume people know what I'm talking about, even though I, like, never talk about them live. Mercury is my secondary protagonist for my comic. She's a very powerful magical girl, and the whole idea that, like, sprung her into being was, like, okay, so I love Sailor Moon. Like a lot of anime fans, I really love Sailor Moon. It's like the magical girl show, and it inspires a lot of what I do for comic work. And one thing that I always really hated about Sailor Moon was Tuxedo Mask, because it's just this, like, powerful Deus Ex Machina guy who, like, comes and saves their asses whenever they're in trouble. But when I sat down to try and make, like, a story about magical boys, like in the very beginnings of, like, what I was doing with, like, plot, I was working a lot with, like, well, let's take some tropes from the magical girl genre and just, like, kind of iterate on them a little bit, because the whole thing it was in the beginning was just, like, hee funny magical girl gender bend. And it's kind of developed since then, but that's how it started. So the idea was, like, well, we need, like, a Tuxedo Mask. If all of the magical boys are, like, doing their fights, we need, like, a super powerful female character to just, like, swoop in and save their asses sometimes. And that's Mercury. That's how she started. But you know, I've been working on balancing this for a while, because I'm like, this story has a lot of male characters in it because it's about magical boys. So I'm like, I can't have, like, the only notable female character, like, just, like, swoop in and save their butts and be all mysterious sometimes. Like, she needs to actually have a character. I cannot do her disservice like that. So I started writing her in as, like, a little bit more of, like, I wrote the story with a little bit more of her in mind. And I don't know how it happened, but she kind of just became my lovely little child. I got really attached to her. And she's important. I don't know, she's gone through a lot of phases of, like, what she was going to be. My friends originally suggested making her, like, a more, like, academic kind of character. I forget exactly what she was gonna be. She's gonna be, like, in, like, computer science or, like, engineering or something originally. That was at request of my engineer friends, I don't know if you can tell. But I, after a while, decided that she's a theater major, because, I don't know, it just, like, fits her a lot better, I think. So, I don't know. Oh, I'm bad at talking about my characters. I have, like, so much love for them in my heart, and then people ask me about them. I'm like, I don't know, man. Yeah. I think generally, I don't know, I had a really bad habit when I was younger of, like, writing all of my female characters to be, like, either, like, the most introverted person ever, or, like, super, like, bubbly and extroverted and outgoing. And I typically swung the direction of, like, introverted, just because that's what I thought was cool at the time. But I don't know. I, in my mind, really needed Mercury to be, like, a super friendly character, kind of, like, social butterfly-y, kind of gets along with everyone. That kind of character. She's a big sister vibes character in a lot of ways, except, like, with the other characters she's interacting with, she doesn't really end up ever being, like, a big sister to anyone. other than Sparrow, but everyone parents Sparrow. Sparrow is my, like, team baby. The rest of them are all, like, in their early 20s, and Sparrow is a 16-year-old who's just in high school. Just cause. Just cause that's a thing in magical girl shows as well. But for the most part, she's, like, this big sister, like, caretaker-type character, taken out of her role as a caretaker and just, like, allowed to have friends and have fun. And I don't know, something about that writing, man, it just, like, it does something for me. I am an older sibling myself, so, I don't know, I felt a lot of that, like, when I was coming around with, like, that sort of characterization, I felt that, like, right in my heart, like, the ability to, like, take someone out of the role of always needing to, like, be worrying about other people, and just, like, being able to have fun and enjoy life for themselves. That feels really cool. So that's her. She's fun. She's just, like, my precious child, and her fashion style is really fun, so she's really fun to draw. That's about all I got for her at the moment. I want her to have, like, a Kim Possible type thing going on where she's, like, really, really good at all of, like, her alter ego work. Like, her as a magical girl is, like, super powerful, and she, like, does not struggle with it, like, nearly as much as the rest of the guys do. But then, like, her personal life, she's got a lot more, like, kind of balancing and figuring out of things she wanted to do. I don't know, that's a dynamic that felt right to me as I write her. That's what I've got. Hopefully that's enough of, like, a lore dump for her. Yeah. Talk so long, now my throat hurts. Sounds great, I envy your creativity. Oh, thank you. I've been working on this story since, like, 2021, so it's been like a lot of, like, chipping away to come up with all of that. And honestly, my character writing is really non-linear because I'm not really sitting down to write anyone specifically right now. I kind of just, like, come up with new stuff about them as I think about them. Someday, I'll, like, actually sit down and, like, write out everything about the character, but right now, I'm kind of in that, like, stage where I'm just, like, coming up with, like, the what-ifs. Like, wouldn't it be cool if this character was this? And then I kind of run with them, and some of them stick, and some of them don't, and that's okay. It's all kind of just a part of figuring out, like, the world. Like I said, it started as kind of just, like, haha, funny magical girl, or, yeah, like, haha, funny magical girl gender bend, right? And then the more I worked with the characters, the more I kind of, like, got attached with them, so a lot of them embody a lot of stuff that I, like, learned or that changed about me growing up, so it's now, like, a story that has a lot of my personal identity injected into it, because a lot of my own experiences are, like, what I use to write for the characters. Ugh, I don't feel like I've, like, chatted this much on a stream in a while, either. I feel like I always sing in my car to, like, kind of warm my voice up for doing stream stuff. And today I might kind of be regretting it, because my throat is kind of feeling it today. May have gone a little bit too hard. I was also practicing, like, a presentation for a school project earlier today, so I've just been, like, I've been talking a lot today. Kind of starting to feel it. I mean, I need to drink lots of water after stream so I don't lose my voice. I also work tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to be doing a lot more talking because it's Christmas season, baby, and I work at a toy store. And we're gonna be, like, actually busy tomorrow. we're like officially Christmas season for here. So in Canada we have Remembrance Day on November 11th. It's shoot, what's it called in America? It's our Memorial Day. Um, and kind of the thing the thing for Christmas decorating here is like as soon as November 11th passes, it's fair game. So that means that for the malls, right, the moment, like November 12th at 12 a.m., all the Christmas music comes on, all the trees are up. Like it's like a night and day switch. It's just like the post Halloween thing, except we have to wait like an extra week. Which I'm okay with. And I like, oh, my store plays such awful music that I wish we would just loop Mariah Carey. Like, that's how bad it is. So, I'm excited for work tomorrow because it's gonna be busy and I'm gonna have to listen to the owner's weird taste in Christmas music. I think I like this playlist more than the other one I typically use. This one's pretty good. I feel like I can never get her eye shape right. Like, I know so clearly in my mind what it is supposed to look like, and then I can never get it to look that way. I've drawn it well before. I have drawings in the past where I have it down, but... Okay. Maybe I should have started with the headshot. I had a way easier time with that. Do a little bit of a design on the armor. There we go. I'll ink this one. I like this one. Here, let me show you Mercury. I can show you what I mean when I'm talking about her eye shape. Where's her page? Here she is. That's my girl. Yeah, this is like kind of closer to what her eye shape is supposed to be, but obviously I am having trouble actually achieving that today, so... Actually, I feel like I have trouble actually achieving it every time I draw her, because I got it, like, down exactly how I wanted it once, and now I can't replicate it. It sucks. I'm gonna change. I'm doing, like, one config thing for my VTuber. Hold on, because this is... I don't know if this is bugging anyone else, but it's bugging me, so I'm gonna change it. It doesn't seem like it should be affecting that. I don't know, maybe it's just my cam. I'll worry about it later. I don't want to spend too long goofing around with my VTube model because it's not a huge deal or anything. Okay, let's play with the Sharpies. It's fun time. If I can find... I know which one I want, I just need to find it. This one, this pink one. That's what I'm going to use for the hair. Her hair and her transform design is orange, but I don't have an orange Sharpie, so we're going to use this one because it's kind of in the color palette that I like for her anyway, so it works. I always struggle doing these bangs as well, because I try and keep the shapes on her hair, like, super round, and it's just another thing that I don't think I always achieve. I need to practice drawing my own characters, man. I don't like how I drew her bangs. They don't look good. probably should have put something underneath this page, but I feel like I do that all the time. I don't really, like, protect the other side of the page very well, and I just, like, it's just another, like, creative prompt for me. It means that I'll have to figure out how to work around it when I get to that page, and sometimes that's fun. I've been doing like a lot more color in my line art lately because of the whole Sharpie thing, which I think is really fun. It's been a long time since I've done line art that's like this fun and colorful, so it's a nice little change of pace for me. I've been really enjoying it. Oh, I guess I should be making this yellow. Her armor is gold, isn't it? I haven't been using the yellow as much because it's like kind of hard to see, but I feel like it's just appropriate here, so. I think for a long time I struggled to balance her color palette because it's like a lot of warm tones, and then I was trying to get like silver armor to work. And I don't know why I spent so long like adamant that I needed to get like the silver to work for her when I just like for whatever reason it was like the biggest epiphany for me one day of like, oh duh, I can just make her armor gold. And then that like solves all the issues I was having with balancing everything, because it just works a lot better with the warm oranges I'm using for her color palette. Sometimes I get myself stuck in ruts for no reason. I'm sure that's not an uncommon experience for creatives, because I do that on like projects and all of that stuff as well. Sometimes I just have to like take a step back and like, oh, obviously. Here, I'll bring you in a little bit closer because I know the yellow's hard to see. I'll use blue just to fill out the rest of it, just to have like a different color in there. These don't look as good as my little sketchbook doodles. Disappointing. I might cut out the ones I have in my sketchbook. I don't think I need that page of notes anymore. I should be able to cut them out. I'll just finish doing the line art for the face right now and we can see about that later. I still have an area up there to cover as well. I did a lot of Christmas baking with my family this past weekend. That's kind of why we go out of town. We go down to see some of my relatives and then we bake a whole bunch of stuff and it's really fun. But as a result of that, we have like a whole bunch of like undecorated Christmas cookies. So I'm thinking that that's gonna be a stream at some point. I'm gonna try and decorate some really nice looking Christmas cookies. I have a whole batch of reindeer I still want to do. So I think that'll be like a good holiday stream. I always like doing like fun little seasonal event streams. So I probably won't go as crazy for that one as I went for the Halloween one, but there's a fly on my desk. Please go away. But I'm sure I'll still like get some stuff. Maybe I'll get some Christmas unicornos or something for us to open again. Maybe I'll get another chaser. I still can't believe that happened. Didn't get a single one that I wanted, but like pulled the chaser for whatever reason. There we go. I really want to redo this center drawing. I don't like the way it looks. I am vibing with all like the nice little Sharpie colors on this page though. I'm like actually gonna lose my voice. That's not good. Okay. I apologize if my voice sounds really bad. I apparently am losing it. I might just need to not talk for a while after stream. I'm sure it'll be fine. Maybe I'll have some tea or something. Okay. I don't really know what else I want to fill in this section with, which is kind of the beauty of doing sketchbook stuff, because I can just move to another page. Like, especially when I'm doing catch-up, I kind of just jump around. That's the fun of it. I might just do a better drawing of her, like, in the scrap sketchbook, and then we can work from there. That sounds like a better plan. Because sometimes my big sketchbook is really hard to draw in anymore. There we go. Let's do it on a page that I don't have notes on the back of, so I can actually not worry about, like, having to cut stuff out. I can do it freely. Okay, let's give her... Let's do that finale outfit justice. I do want kind of a plain standing pose here. I'm just not gonna fight with complicated posing. I just want to draw the pretty outfit. There we go. I don't know where I'm gonna put the sword. I do kind of just have like a basic standing pose going here, just with like a little bit of lean to it, because I don't know, that's what I did. But I am not sure what I'm gonna do with the sword, because I like drawing the sword. The sword is like part of the fun of this design. And I once again did not leave room for the feet to be in heels. That's on me. Let's go to the next page. We'll fix it. I'm gonna move you guys up a little bit so I feel like I can see a little bit better. There we go. Just adjustments. Okay, let's utilize like the full page that I have here. See if I can get something working a little bit better for this. I feel like I always say that I'm not going to do like any fancy posing, and then I always end up doing fancy posing, so. This time I mean it like for real. We're just going to draw the character and the outfit, so I have like a concept of what it looks like. I once again feel like I drew the head way too big. That's the proportion thing I need to practice playing in again there. I feel just like so rusty with so much stuff right now. It's bad. I like in theory can fix it, but I don't have time right now, so it's fine. I'm just gonna like sit down at some point when I have some spare time and just like actually bother to practice some stuff. It'll happen at some point, I'm sure. I'll get there. I also just like don't need to make her legs that long. She is like shorter than a lot of my other characters, so I don't have to worry so much about doing the long legs that I like always do just out of habit. feel like that's a no on that one too. Why can't I get any of them to look as good as the original one? Doesn't even look like her. Oh, chat, I'm suffering. Sometimes the struggle just occurs. Okay, I'm gonna do it like a little bit smaller this time, and I'm gonna like just like block out the entire body before I start detailing, which is what I should have been doing before, but I didn't. And then based on that, the head's a little bit smaller. Just been doing the heads way too big lately. I'm okay with that being like kind of small. It can be just like a little thumbnail. It is a design that I'm still kind of just starting on, so I'm okay with having just like a little sketch of it and then working up from there. This is kind of where the art blog comes into play, because I'm like very much just drawing a ton of stuff, and I don't feel like my ability is there at the moment, and I'm like kind of just like having trouble making stuff where I like the way that it looks. A lot of my stuff is just like not looking good to me right now. I think I very much need to get better at doing drawing warm-ups before stream, because I think that'll help, but for now we're stuck with this. This one is okay. I'm kind of letting this one just be a little bit of a concept sketch. Round the face out a little bit. Okay. Have that bit clipped back, the little wing thingy. Definitely put the bangs like way too far over the face there, but there we go. That's a little bit better. I'll just have that shape for it right now. I might not even like detail the face right now. I'm just gonna focus on like the features I have for the outfit. A little like skirt shape. I have it like very like bouncy like that, very shape. Sometimes I just say very shape when I don't know how else to describe something, but I also have like the little like tails in the back like this, which I don't really know how to... I'm working on figuring out how I want these to be drawn, because they're like little ruffles, right? But something like that. I don't know, they're long and flowy and I like them, but I don't know how I want them to be drawn. Something like that. I'll have to figure that part out. I feel like that's just like another practice thing, is figuring out how I want those to lie. There we go. And then that little bit, but then I've got like the full chest plate for this design, and I've got like the big diamondy shape up there, because I really like putting gems on things. Makes me very happy. And it kind of mirrors an element from one of the other lore important characters that I don't talk about right now because I don't have it like properly developed. And it's kind of spoilers if and when I ever get this comic out, so... then we have just the full armor design here, the little like wing shape on the end of the glove, or I guess those would be gauntlets now. Then Oh shoot, what did I do for the boots? I liked what I had for the boots, and I forgot what it was. There we go. So I did the shorter boots with like just the armored bits underneath. I don't even know what they would call that. They look like socks, but they're armor. In this design, at least. It's fantasy armor. It doesn't have to make that much sense. I am very much okay with my fantasy armor not making that much sense. I think it's more fun that way, in fact. There we go. Yeah, that's about the silhouette I'm going for. I've been drawing it with just like the stylized wings. Like the kind of like probably would be a part of the armor kind of wings. That's like really lopsided there. I do not have enough room there to draw face, but yeah, I like that. I don't have the sword drawn in here. It'd kind of just be like sitting behind the legs anyway. Something like that. And then just the little bird shape on the top of the sword. There. It's a very sketchy one, but I like that. I'm kind of just vibing with making things sketchy. Maybe I'll just line that real quick. I'm just gonna use the black marker for it, I think. If I have the black marker in here, yeah, there it is. So maybe I'll just, yeah, do a little bit of quick line art. Little bit of cleaning the sketch up. I don't know, I'm still not at the phase where I feel like I can do much like finished art. I'm in like a sketch and line art kind of mood right now, I guess. I'm gonna need to buy a new fine tip black Sharpie. This one's kind of dying because I've been using it a lot lately. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of pick out some lines that I like, pick out some shapes that I like. This is honestly just another sketch phase for me right now. I'm not trying to do anything super detailed. Try and get those wing shapes going here. Yeah, having the darker lines in there is pretty nice. I am kind of enjoying just the little sketchy vibes right now. That's very much needed for me. It's just doing the fun little sketches. I feel like I need to like clean up that boot design a little bit, but for now it is what it is. I think that's like all of my designs. I'm like, I'll be sketching. I'm like, oh, I should really like work on that or clean that up. And then, yeah, it's always just is what it is for now. That's very much just the school vibe where I'm like, oh, there's so much like personal stuff that I want to work on, but right now it is just school so that I can do the thing that I enjoy for a career. I'll get there. I am very much looking forward to my winter break so I have a chance to just do some personal stuff for fun and honestly probably do a good bit of streaming. I have a feeling that that's what's gonna happen. I might have an updated stream schedule with extra streams for a little while. Depends on what I'm feeling. I might have a lot of other stuff that I have to do. That's kind of fun. It's nothing super complicated, but honestly, I just need these kind of like chill sketches where I'm kind of just, you know, doodling. It's much needed sometimes. I'm erasing this off the table so you don't have to deal with my cam shaking. I just want to put some color blocking in it, so the pencil must go so I do not ruin the highlighter I'm about to use. There, I think I got most of it at least. There is my orange. I gotta figure out a way to differentiate Mercury's civilian hair from her magical girl hair, because the way I kind of do it, I deviate from typical magical girl shows in that the characters' transform designs like actually look decently different from their civilian designs. I change their hair colors around, all of that good stuff, so they all have pretty different hair colors from what they look like normally. And that went for Mercury as well until I kind of just one day decided that it'd be cool if she like dyed her hair a bright orange for the civilian design too. And I stand by that. It does look cool. However, it's like the exact same color that it is in her transform design now. So I'm not sure what to make of that. I feel like I need to change the transform design now so that everything kind of fits a little bit better. Do I want the armor or the boots to be yellow? I think I'll do the armor bit in like the golden yellow. And there we go. I don't know. It's nothing official. I'm just kind of adding color because color is fun, so it doesn't have to be too fancy, I guess. I love doing like asymmetrical armor designs like this. I know it's kind of impractical because only one arm is actually covered, but I do not do designs for accuracy of armor. The armor is there to look pretty first and foremost. At least in this story. They're magical, they don't really need armor. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cut this out and then add it to everything else. Yeah. I still don't think I'm ready to do like super polished finished pieces yet, but I'm gonna keep on doing the doodling. And that'll probably be the same for Sunday's stream as well. I'm gonna do a lot more just like doodles to kind of fill out the rest of, well, I doubt I'm gonna finish my Sketchbook Catchup Sunday, but we're gonna just keep filling out what I have to do, and a lot of that is just gonna be me doing like these fun little like concept sketches and stuff like that, just because the art block is not at a place where it's gonna allow me to do like a full piece. I don't have that kind of patience. Especially not right now, so. I am okay with just like sticking with this very sketchy style for a while longer. I think that it'll look good. I'm gonna arrange the order of some stuff here so I'm not covering drawings that I actually worked hard on. There we go. Gonna lift that up, and then there we go. I think I'll still work on this background drawing a little bit more. It's not like beyond saving, and I think with like the stuff layered over top of it, it can still look pretty cool, but it's gonna need a little bit of love, and that is love that I don't have time for currently on stream. So I don't know. Maybe I'll work on it in between streams. Maybe we'll work on it next stream. We'll find out. Let's see. So this is... I date all of my pages like preemptively. Specifically for situations like this one, I need to catch up and I know how many I need to fill out. So I have like 3 empty spreads still to work on. We're probably going to be behind on it for a while, which I am okay on. I try and do my sketchbook on a weekly basis, but I don't try and stress myself to stay caught up with it because that just like kills my creativity. Someday I'll have the sketchbook video and I can just like point at that as my explanation because I do a more in-depth one there. But yeah, I don't know. I have a schedule to like keep me focused on drawing, but it's not like so sacred that I can't break it sometimes. The one thing that I would like is to be, like, caught up by, you know, the end of the year. Just because this is, like, the last page of my sketchbook is, like, the New Year's spread. So I would like to finish that on pace. I'd actually like to do this one on stream. Yeah. And then after that, like, we'll be starting a new sketchbook New Year, which is kind of crazy to me. This sketchbook I have been working on for, like, probably a year and a half at this point. It's getting pretty close to about, like, the year and a half mark. This thing has been with me for a while. I don't know if you can tell by how thick it is. So it'll be a little bit sad to say goodbye to it, but we're kind of coming up on that point. But I have new sketchbooks, and I'm also really excited to get started with all the new stuff, so there is still stuff to look forward to with it, and honestly, it'll be nice to have a sketchbook that I can actually draw flat in after how much I've been working with this sucker. Yeah. I was gonna go till 6:30, but I don't really have anything else to draw, so I'm probably just gonna wrap up here so I can go have dinner and probably play, like, Mario Kart or something. Yeah, I know it's a shorter one today, but it's good. I always love doing just like the fun little surprise ones. Schedule-wise, because my schedule on my streams is not currently super accurate because I need to update the bonus stream time. Sunday sketchbook ones are still the same, but the bonus stream isn't accurate anymore. So update on that. Sunday, as per usual, 10 a.m., which has shifted a little bit now because I'm on daylight savings time. It's... I don't know, I have it on, like, this schedule part of Twitch, and it will, like, update to your time zone, so look to that before you look to me, but it's mountain time, I think. And I will be back on Sunday morning doing more of this. We're going to be doing more Sketchbook Catch-Up, and maybe I will remember to do my warm-ups before streams so I don't spend half of the stream struggling. Well, there still will be struggle, but hopefully we will be, like, going through some pages a little bit better. And then other than that, next week my bonus stream is just another mic off, work with me stream, which hopefully you guys enjoy. I like doing them. It's nice. It makes me feel like I have a little bit of company when I'm doing schoolwork, which I find to be kind of helpful. So I'll be doing another mic off work stream, and that is either going to be Wednesday or Thursday. I'm inclined to say Wednesday just with how I have myself paced for this assignment, but honestly, it might even be sooner. I might end up doing it Monday or Tuesday. It just kind of depends on when I get around to the illustration. They're good. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like them. Um, I'll have to post about it because now that I think about it, I might actually do it Monday or Tuesday. My schedule is a mess. I'll figure it out. Sometime next week, I'm doing just another work stream, and then I'm gonna paint more Pokemon cards at some point as well. I brought a teeny tiny a teeny tiny paintbrush for doing the cards, so that's exciting. They're good. The last one was really helpful for me too. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, I will be doing another work stream, and I'll keep doing them because I will keep having assignments that I want company for. Hello. Sorry, we're just wrapping things up, but I'm gonna be back on Sunday, so you should come back then, and we're doing more sketchbooks. Um, yeah. So as far as schedule go, that's about as like far in the future as I know. I'm working on a video about like painting Pokemon cards. Um, so we're gonna do that at some point. No worries. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I've got more stuff coming up, but I've always got the schedule so you can see when you can actually catch me live. Um, so yeah, Pokemon cards are going to be happening in the future because I need to finish doing those because I'm doing a video on the Pokemon cards and I'm excited about it because I like actually have some stylization. I feel like I know what I'm doing a little bit better now, and I get to use my VTube model for it, which is exciting. And then I also want to revisit that Fakemon design that we were doing. I've been doing some practice on it, on just like stylization and stuff, so I feel like that'd be a fun one. That might be a digital art stream. Who knows? That's about as far as I have planned into the future. It's just, those are just some projects that I want to continue chipping away at alongside my sketchbook. And that's been like a solid like 5 minutes of rambling. So I am going to release you all. Now you don't have to be held hostage with my like ramblings about my stream schedule anymore. I will be back on Saturday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Go check the Twitch schedule for whatever time that is in your local time zone. I hope you all have a fantastic night or rest of your day. And I will see you all Sunday. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.